I'm going to be taking you guys inside my mind. The last time I did this, you seemed to really enjoy it. We're going to play a high-level rivals game, and I'm going to explain my thought process on exactly how I'm going 20-0. So leave a like if you want to see more of these, subscribe if you are new, and let's get into it. If you want the cheapest FC24 coins to get ahead of the competition, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 5% off. Okay, so as you can see, we are in the Elite Division. I don't play too much Rivals at all. Like, the only time I've really played is just to get the 7-win rewards and also to do these sort of videos for you guys. So I'll show you the team that we are going to be using. We're going to be playing a 4-3-2-1. The custom tactics are on my channel, and I'm just going to try and explain everything I do to you guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and let's get into it. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so we have got our game. Win, lose or draw, I'm going to release this because if we were to get battered, there'll be things that you guys can see from our opponent. And then if I have a good game, you're seeing some good stuff from me as well. So our opponent's team, as you would expect in the Elite Division, is decent. Ian Rush up front is a bit of a weird one, but obviously not a bad card. So let's get into this. And I forgot to mention, this one's actually on new gen. A lot of you wanted to see me play that, so I thought I would switch over and I guess prove to the haters that we can actually play new gen. We're not just an old gen merchant. So instantly we win the ball back off kickoff, and it's very important to keep possession and make sure you let your team actually get into shape from a kickoff. Obviously, most of you guys, you're going to be changing formation instantly, and that's super important that you let your team settle. What I try and do is I try and work the ball out wide and then force it back into the middle for either cutbacks or to work something on the edge of the box. So you can see here, our goal is to try and get the ball back into the middle and then try and work into the space that's here. So we can do this for a long time. You know, it's about waiting for that space to open up, using a bit of the R1 dribble in here, looking to cut the ball back, but it is good defending from our opponent. We are running, of course, the 71 depth as well, which means it's going to be difficult, as you can see there, for him to actually get out of the press. Double tap through ball there, which didn't work out, but we try and be super aggressive in the tackle. Going to try and turn back on ourselves here and recycle because there's absolutely no space to work with. So I switch the ball out wide and just try and wait and see for the options. Not a lot on. You can see that cross ball switch, super effective. It's just a free get out of jail card in a way. Looking for the cutbacks here. Little bit of magic. We go for the reverse elastico, but it is good defending once again from our opponent. I'm using the second man press here whilst covering the runs in behind, making sure that I'm switching players and not allowing any easy through balls here. I say that as he plays a through ball in behind, but it was in a position where there wasn't really too much danger. Moving my goalkeeper now to try and cover the corner. It's very unlikely that people do shoot direct from the corner anymore, at least in my experience. But as you can see, again, we're using the second man press, trying to cover the spaces in behind. We're going to try and send Salah on a run now and find him down the line, but it's a great press from our opponent. We do get a bit lucky there. I'm using L1 to trigger players on runs. Through ball there, all the way, switching across, little cross to the back stick. Oof, that is so lucky. We're going to do a little corner routine here. We take it short, we play it back, we whip it. Does get cut out, unfortunately, but we do win the ball back instantly with our press. This 71 pressing, it is just ridiculous. It really is. Taking our time here, working the ball out on the edge of the area. Not a lot of space to work with at all at the moment, so we're going to have to find a little bit of magic to break this guy down. We do get fouled there. You can see a lot of the play at a high level, it really just is about sort of retaining possession and waiting for your opponent to make a mistake in the defence. I don't know why Theo Hernandez is running away there. I think it's him anyway, but we're fine. Opponent wins a throw-in, and Just making sure again that we're covering those spaces in behind. You can see there we do win it. I've sent Salah on a run. Sent Theo Hernandez on a run as well. Oh, Nugent is so clunky, bro. Right, we need to be super careful here because he does have a numbers advantage. You can see I've switched to Van Dijk and we have stepped in and covered the trouble. Good press, though, from our opponent there. Second man press wins us the ball back. And we're just trying to work some in. There's really not a lot going on. This is what high level FC 24 does look like, though. It's very boring. Very, very boring. And it's just very limited in terms of actually finding space. You can see there at the crossfield switch. I'd recommend you guys using your mini-map for that. You can see a lot more of what's actually going on. Good defending there from our opponent. Great play from Bruno. And we're in a semi-dangerous position here. Just trying to send my players on runs and actually get people moving. You can see just how many players our opponent has behind the ball right now. It is an obscene amount. And it makes it very, very difficult to actually get anything at all going. Very frustrating to play against. But obviously in the weekend league, you're going to have to deal with this stuff. Trying to be a little bit aggressive here. We do win the ball back with Virgil. Nowhere to go though. Got to watch these through balls in behind. I think he's offside, but we have recovered anyway. We just use the mini-map in these areas to make sure that we're not giving the ball away needlessly. Get the ball out wide. We're going to try and trigger a run for Neymar. Do find him. Find Theo out wide again. And then I'm looking for the cutbacks in the middle now. We find it. One more. And then that's a good save from his goalkeeper. I'm pretty surprised that that didn't actually go in. Try a little bit of a different corner routine now because he's obviously expecting our other one. He does manage to get the header clear though. Good right stick switch. We do not get rewarded for the press, although we do this time. L1 sprint boost for Neymar. Little reverse elastico now. Finding the player on the edge of the box. Driven pass into Salah. And we do find the back of the net. Finally. But as you can see, it's a lot of rinse and repeat. You know, it's passing around the edge of the box, getting into those cutback positions. And in terms of the defence, it's covering those through balls in behind. And just making sure that there's nothing easy going. You can see I'm spamming offside traps. That is something you'll see an awful lot of me doing. Just making sure that my line is high. And he's got no easy passes on the edge of the box. That is the main purpose of that. We do lose the ball in a bad position there. As long as you cover the guy that's running in behind, though, there's no danger. Quite often the player that's actually on the ball, there's not a lot of threat there. The priority when defending is not to win the ball back, it's to stop your opponent scoring. And that can sort of change the way you play. But you can see we've got to half-time now. 1-0. And we've not really been under too much threat at all. I think I've controlled the game. And it's just more of the same again, really. Obviously, in FUT Champs, especially, you know, if you're going for your all-time records or whatever it may be, you're going to have to do some game management. So it may come to that. We will have to see. But more of the same, you know. We're controlling possession now. Van Dijk with that long ball trait, able to find the left back. And we're just taking our time. Obviously, from a viewer perspective, not the most entertaining play style, but it's how you have to play at a higher level. We use the L1 sprint boost, cut the ball back to the edge of the box, bit of R1 dribble in there with Neymar. Get unfortunate there. It was nearly a nice little bit of success for us. Offside trapping again. He's gone all the way back to his keeper. I'm using the mini-map there, and you can see I've tried to track it with Usman as to the only space he had available there. Good play from our opponent, to be fair. We're going to have to get this right. Switch to the left back, and we do manage to snuff out the danger. Not much on here, so I'm just going to hold the ball and then try and find the down-the-line pass. Beautiful stuff. And then we can try and burst into this pace. Salah has the finesse shot. Awful one, to be fair. But again, we're just getting back into shape. I'm always holding jockey as well when I'm stepping into tackles. Not the sprint jockey, but the normal one. So keep that in mind. Go for a little double tap pass there, but it didn't come off. And our opponents pressed super well. I've had to just dive in there and hope it worked. And we do get away with it. Crossfield switch again. Look for centre-backs that have that play style, because it's super effective for just going out and getting rid of the danger. We do get the ball here. This is R1 dribbling territory. Walker's so good. Opponent does manage to deal with the danger. And now, again, mixture of the second man press and also manually positioning our players. Maybe able to sneak in. He does really well to play out there, though, to be honest. Great switch of play as well. Just covering the inside here. Make sure that nothing easy is given up. Right stick switch to our centre back. Cover the switch across. And then we are reset. We'll find the ball into the middle. There could be a counter-attack opportunity here, so we don't want to waste that. Oh, it was such a heavy touch from the fullback. But again, second man press. Offside trap. Get that line a little bit higher. Make sure we're covering these through balls. Look, nothing easy. Using the second man press as well. He has managed to get through with Liao. And he somehow walked through us. Not quite sure how that happened, but we got to be super careful. Take our time here. Get the ball out wide. And then we reset the play. Find the through ball. Salah's got that pace for the heavy touches, so we'll perform a player lock here. Cut it back. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Really nice player lock. You can see when we get into those wide positions, that is where you want to activate it. You can pull your player back a little bit, just create that extra yard of space, and you can find a lot of success there. We get the ball with Salah, a little bit of R1 dribble him. Get a little bit lucky with the bounce there, and then we find the back of the net. Beautiful stuff. And from this position now, obviously it's a bit of a different story in Rivals. The win isn't too important, but you want to make sure that you're not giving up anything easy now. It's about game management. Make sure that every time you get the ball, you are ticking seconds off of that clock, not giving anything up easy at all. And in general, just make it a bit of a nightmare for your opponent in the general play. So we've actually got an opportunity here. He seems to have gone a lot more attacking to try and get back into it, which means space is going to open up. We get the ball with Usman, look to cut it back, and then we do make it 3-0. That is all she wrote. But guys, if you have any questions about any of this, do let me know. I appreciate every single one of you watching. Hope you enjoyed, and peace.